Okay, I'm back with a bad mindset for actually recording for the sole reason that I really want to watch other YouTubers play this and I'm not entirely done with it. I spoiled myself on a few things now and I just have the attitude, just get it over with so you're finally done and can't be spoiled anymore. And apparently I even missed a secret files that could have been appeared if I would have paid more attention, because there are more than just the... Didn't I delete that? I don't know. In any case, there are apparently letters and other secret messages coming into the Doki folder, which I haven't realized in the first thing. So this is also something we want, have, and going to do. Yeah. In any case, I forgot where we left off. I think we left off with Natsuki, right? Wait, wait. What did we write the poem for? Natsuki. It's Natsuki. Natsuki. We are with Natsuki right now. Then we have to go with Yuri, and then... Wait, we did Sayori, Natsuki, and... Okay. I just don't want to do anything wrong. By the way, something is off in the recording. I'm not 100% sure. This is the first time I actually use display capture instead of traditional window or game capture. Does not have to tell you anything, but it's just that something could be different. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem, as we can't skip. By now she must have read it more than once. Yeah. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I tell you, Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Wait, why? Oh, come on, it's not so bad that you have to vomit over it. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Vincent, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her wash out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No! I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Huh? Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Vincent? Oh Jesus! She's calling me out on cheating already! I mean, this is also something she would even realize if you try to safe scam her. You can actually safe scam the game and she will call you out on that. Are you sure you're not cheating, man? So, if your save files are not supposed to be there anymore, and you saved them beforehand, import them, and then try to load them, she will... Should I spoil it? I mean, it's something that you wouldn't figure out on your own. She will scold you. She will call you out. I don't know how. I don't know how it looks, and I won't try it. Because I don't think it's worth the effort. Because I don't want to find where the save files are actually held. But yeah, this is why I have to crack up seeing this. Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind. I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Maybe this is the callout already that I save scam so much. I go through the CGI scene, save, and go and revert back to a previous save file. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hand. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. Oh, but Vincent wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Vincent is done sharing this poem with everyone. Oh, she cuts it short! It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but it's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Vincent is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Oh, Amy likes spiders. You know a rhythm of the word, but she likes spiders. If she has other hobbies, it doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt. It's gross, she's gross, the world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, I can skip now, because nothing special. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Let's go to Sayori. Oh! I like this one, Vincent. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I agree with that. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh, that's not true. Because I watched others play this game, she actually is sometimes talking about, I like happy things and sad things. There's a word for it, right? Bittersweet? And that's her actual response. So it's weird. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You want to write something for me? It's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little of both.
Ah, there we go.
There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet!
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad. Can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Huh? It is?
I really like the analogy about sad rain cloud and a poem gives the rain cloud a hug. And making a rainbow out of it.
Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Vincent. I should go write that down then.
I think I know why I haven't read this before. It's because the first thing I did was getting her route done, because we already did it.
You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. Pop off. Collection. Deeper and deeper my finger go. A dark cave. A secret in the nooks and crannies. Blow dust off my bottle's cap. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. And they come in. Do they want bottles that much? Shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Oh, that's a sad one. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Oh, yeah, I can skip now. And here goes Yuri.
Are you still mad at me?
Huh?
For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no.
Yuri, might be reading into this a little too much.
How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable.
Oh, I know the feeling.
But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please, don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants. But if it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori...
Yuri...
Please, it makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. It's all I need.
Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. The interesting thing is, when I wrote the poems all willy-nilly and did not prefer one over the other, I could see all the poems in the process because my preference was not distinguished, and so far from every YouTuber I actually watched, nobody bothered to try and make the words connect to an actual poem. Nobody else ever did that. And that's really sad. I mean, come on. They always try to get a certain girl, and I just went with what floated in my head. And then I chose this and go this, and dependable on my mood on that day, it turned out differently. But there was no real absolute in any of my poems, and that made it kind of unique on its own, doesn't it? Because in other Let's Plays I saw Natsuki reject you and don't give her your you her poem because you favor someone else, or most times it was Yuri, and I have the feeling Yuri won't give me her poem too. I don't hate her, but it's if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Skipping time is coming to town because we all know what's going on. We should, if you watched all the Let's Play in one go. Do. Oh, there we go. This is new. Because we are on the Natsuki route, so we pick Natsuki. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? It has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Oh, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori. Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
Oh, if you say so.
Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. The reason I'm not particularly commenting on that is immediately and not reacting like I used to is because I saw that exact line already in a different Let's Play. And that will happen a lot. And I really find those thoughts cute and it really catches you by surprise because then you actually get a little bit more insight and you understand better why she thinks like that. She wants you to get away from her and so you won't waste your time anymore with her. Depending on the ending we get with her, which will inevitably happen here too. And I consciously avoid that for particular reasons. In any case, we have to go with Natsuki again. So, shit. So she was the flower girl. Essence, family. Okay, Valentine. Candy. I know Candy again. I think headphones. Yeah, headphones. Pink. Alright. Milk. Alright. Got milk. Yo, I got milk. How about Papa is the white one. I know that. Passion, shopping, philosophy. Shit. Okay, better than... Okay, smile, play... Okay, I really want to load again. Because, again, I haven't loaded up what I should have loaded up. What? Why is she loud? I mean, Natsuki's loud too. Let's see... Oh, this... Why is Natsuki so hard to get? Anger, class... Strawberry, there we go. Sweet. What? But sweet is a flavor and has to do... okay. Empty, color... Color? I really get... Okay, let's see. Okay, I really have to count. I have to get at least 10 with Natsuki alone. Pout. The Papa. Anger. Strawberry. Okay. Marshmallow. Cry, sing, lust, forgive. Games, okay. Anime number 6. Hair number 7. Candy number 8. Kitty number 9. Fluffy number 10. Kawaii's 11. Puppy's 12. Pink is 13. Ah, okay. Hop is 14. Okay, good. Vivid? No, it's not that. Okay, I have 14. Cute? Okay, cute. There we go. Poof. Okay, I have enough for Natsuki only. That's good. Okay, now we can skip again. Because we are good enough for that. I think one of my lights will went out. Oh, there we go. Hey, you. Huh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. Had to quickly finish the poem. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. No, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, then, in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yep, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. And now I can skip again. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know, I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that.
Jealous? I really wasn't jealous. Definitely jealous. I mean, not jealous. Just because you happen to be a good rider? That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about.
Natsuki,
What?
you're not very confident about your writing, are you?
Huh? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right?
It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too.
Right?
Oh, wait, she didn't say white. Oh, yeah, white. White? Okay.
Vincent? Please, just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best.
Oh.
I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this.
Natsuki.
Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poem if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki"? Sometimes I don't want to be cute. But nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that?
Okay, this is new, and this is interesting. She has a very heavy insecurities. Well, basically like myself. I can relate to a lot of those, but they are developed in a way that you can relate to them on one level or another.
I just want...
Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it.
Don't read it!
Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk.
It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems. You don't have to read this one, okay?
But I want to read it.
Why?
Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table.
You can read it. Just turn that away. I don't want you to look at my face right now.
Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart. But what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you. Me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. Oh, when I say something, I say it with a shout. And my truest feelings can never come out. This line alone has so much impact on me because every time I want to tell someone something, it comes out always wrong and not the way I wanted, not the way it sounded. So my truest feelings and intentions when I try to put something into words hardly ever come out as I want them to. Something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. Huh. I liked that. This particular line it was a little bit weird to read. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. Sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. Exactly my words. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, always is maybe a stretch. I try to always mean well, unless someone is a real cunt, then I'm not meaning well. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's meaningful. Ah, I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do so, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Huh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Oh, yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Well then, let's go with Yuri, I suppose. Yuri will hate me. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Oh, dismissed.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki.
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. It's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Vincent.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? Nothing. I'm just a little tired to...
I switched to Natsuki already.
I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
You insist?
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Monica.
Hi, Vincent. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? Oh, I can skip that.
Sticking with Natsuki's style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Vincent. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Pretending to like the manga that she's into.
You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me.
Oh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Vincent. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have.
Is that so? Kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it.
So, I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here.
I thought you were all of the same age! I thought she's just a little more petite for her age, and not that she's actually younger than all of you. I was under the impression that everyone in this thing has the same age.
She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly.
Or maybe Monica just wants to throw me off.
What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right?
I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. Well, I care about her and the club. It's also kind of unfair to bring that up.
Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing.
Monica smiled sweetly.
Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Oh, now I can skip again. Shit! Okay, we get to her I just realized I wanted to see the poem again, but... Wait, since I can skip it, I don't need to see it again. Okay, Sayori left the classroom, so we go as Natsuki. The ba-ba-ba-dum bum bum ba-ba-da-bum ba-bum ba-bum ba. Oh, my anxiety shoot, even though I've gotten pretty used to her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we are outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Okay, there's a depressing thing. Okay, this just goes through. Naughty bits. Okay, the attempt to kiss. You'll always be my dearest friend. Sorry for rejecting you again. Oh yeah, you'll always be my dearest friend. That's something I never read before, but I saw other YouTuber doing that to her for some reason. Because they really have the mindset that they want to end up with someone, and I just think I just go with what the game throws at me. That's the most genuine thing. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I keep the things back to the way they were. I see. Sayuri forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Oh, it's so heartbreaking. Well, my heart is already broken, so I don't know, but I know how the feeling was at least. I should write a poem about this. Sayori? It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? Being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. Also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Vincent. I trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Zoe's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. Oh, it is more like or something. Or is it more but that's too manly. So, oh, I hope I don't explode your ears with that. I really tried to do the female aspect, but if I would, of course, try to do a manly scream, well, not a manly scream, but I mean, the scream that I do when I'm in my normal vocal range, you get the idea. But this is so sad. I hate this. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayuri looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayuri! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayuri through her feelings and help her on the path, that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I kept wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayuri will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. Okay, there we go. You know about that? I'm the club president, but... I stammer embarrassed. About how basically turned... Wait, I stammer embarrassed. So you really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? It makes me really seem like the bad guy here. I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Wait, did I delete it or not? I really have to delete that file. I mean the file I showed you already in my playthrough about the happy thoughts. Okay. Oh, now I can skip again. Perfect. Okay, this is the Natsuki Wild finish. And now we have to go to Yuri. Ba bam, ba ba bam, ba da bam, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's go with Yuri. I saw a normal playthrough of Yuri and how it turns out. I'm very sorry about that, by the way. I should have done this before I watched any other YouTuber do it. And I feel very terrible about it, so I skim over it because there's no much of a reaction to getting out of it anymore, out of me. But I think I will at least read it. I will at least read the bits. Because... especially because they are different a little bit from what we got... what we got the last time. And I'm also already spoiled on... I'm so much spoiled now. I mean, we saw the ending everyone sees if they have a little bit of determination. Or I saw it, so it's not as bad, because in the end it's more Jesus and fuck ups and oh my god and scares and stuff like that. But in the end it will be, it has the same effect. Or it had the same effect like my first genuine playthrough. And this is basically the playthrough where I want to get really, there is one more ending and there's even a special thing that I want to trigger. So in any case, suicide climax. Effulgent, big words. Misery, okay, that's not it. Horror, she's into horror. Entropy is a big word. Heaven sent is a big word. Ah, pure is not, okay. Graveyard, definitely. Infallible, definitely. Massacre. I know that. Crimson. Okay, not excitement. Extraordinary? Okay. Oh, shit. There's a way. Contamination. Nightgown. Oh, nightgown? Okay. Wrath. Okay. Disaster. Okay, I think we have Yuri now. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes met for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Okay, so... wait, did we had this scene? We had this scene in the second act of the game. But the end of the scene, or the middle of the scene, plays out a little bit different. So I try to fast read now. Fast and me. That's two things that just don't fit together, but I try it anyway. I think my hair looks totally shit today. No, not always looks bad, but especially today. I mutter this, sending I made her comfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... It's a book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you have 2 copies of the book. Same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have heard
a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so?
What's it about? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Vincent? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they are made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Oh, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it.
Let me just get the book.
Oh yeah, by the way, I totally forgot. Feel free to skip ahead to the interesting bits. This is just for those who are interested in what's going on. So you always have the free thing to skip over bits if you don't want to hear everything again.
I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Oh, yeah. Are you sure?
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. It is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry, I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? Don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... here, this should work, right?
Slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her copy. Once each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
By the way, pay close attention to her expression. This time, she won't go crazy. Yuri takes her left arm and coats her left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. I really would love to read with a cute girl a book like that. But I'm so slow in reading. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. And she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
To
turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm reading to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence, even though turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting off the page. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? Normally, she would have the crazy smile now. How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But Vincent, it's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhaled, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight, or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note where I left off. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? And we can skip. Now we go with Yuri first. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? Guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of wedding experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Okay, I can skip again. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Vincent. Me too. Okay, now we go with Sayori. Skipping. Natsuki. Oh. Vincent, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. But you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put out an effort. Well, start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, now I can skip again. And Monica. And we can skip. Great job, Vincent. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's
expectations low. Manly voice. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Okay, now I can skip again. Damn it, I skipped it again! And now I go with... Wait, this is Yuri's playthrough. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinions is different. Opinion? It's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. That's a lot what happens on Reddit, Tumblr, on... Is Tumblr even a thing? Instagram, and so on and so on. People getting triggered for no reason and start to argue over nothing and stuff like that. And it's really easy in the anonymity of the internet to fall for that. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Didn't notice that I'm sorry. Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiantly only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that. Probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Vincent. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said. About you. No. I would never do anything so shameful. So... What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, we can skip now. And here we go. This is my third playthrough. Okay, let's see. Wrath. Climax.
Determination, like an Undertale. Unending. Graveyard. Vivid. Existence. Essence. Extraordinary. Fuck. What? Universe. Desire. Judgment. Uncanny. After image? Yeah, okay. Despise. Melancholy. Anxiety. Unrestrained. Philosophy. Okay, that's good. That's good. I know that this gives me what I want. Time for the club meeting. Now I know what it is. It's the cookie scene. The chocolate and vanilla cookie. Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
Oh. Suddenly I noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug in that teacher's desk and then we go get some water. She walks past me and sets a kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements, to my surprise. Speaking, especially because of her long legs, appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's new, that's new. That's new, that's definitely new, because the first time we wouldn't walk with her because she was starting cutting herself.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you two off to?
We're just... You was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Vincent in club activities?
Wow, that came out of nowhere. My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Vincent.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Vincent, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
Oh! No! Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Vincent? I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. Friend zoned. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. You and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Vincent, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Which is not a weird thing. because water boils at 100 degrees. So I think they meant Fahrenheit instead of degrees, because 200 degrees is not a real thing. I mean, you can set it to 200 degrees, but water boils already at 100. So it's a little bit of an overkill. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more, which I totally should do. It's not very hard for me to do, and it's you who's around anyway. Oh, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Vincent. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Vincent, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. Just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my big voluptuous breasts. Ah, my. Your posture, right? I always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. We really need to get that, how was it called? Not the prosthetic, God damn it, how was it called? Damn it, this, in Final Fantasy VII, we had it in a stream, in Tifa's room. We found, apparently, some kind of special underwear that is... how is it called again? It's not prosthetic, it's... God damn it, I already struggled today to find that word on my own. It was... I blanked out. Totally blanked out, and it wouldn't mean anything to you unless you watched the stream, so... yeah. Fair enough. I go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy but waiter. Take it since it go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. In sync, we assume the reading position at last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time our bodies are even closer. Can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. I'm supposed to focus on reading like this. It was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me a teacup. Holding it with my hands, it's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh, come on, an accident chest touch is not a big deal. I would say. Maybe. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. You mean you try to get the blood pressure from your bottom half to your upper half. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs, which is a terrible idea. 100-degree tea between your legs can make first-degree burn on your prized possession. It can make roasted nuts. Okay, chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. If you let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper, you can have as much as you want. Oh, it's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Let me think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. I will hold the book for you. Oh, look at that face. Yuri opens the book with both hands, so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Yuri is already totally focused on reading, putting it in my mouth. Another chocolate, hold it up to Yuri. Yep, now she parts her lips. That means I can't stop here. A pencil places the chocolate at her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. And this time she doesn't freak out as hard.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Vincent?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well, you were just helping. It's something that friends do. Right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Because when we were already in the second act, she would freak out and pull us up into the closet and make the really, really creepy staring at us.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Then, you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. Heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. This time, Yuri's eyes met mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breathe. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Whoa! Oh! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Vincent, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picks up the teacup from the floor. Pick up the bag of chocolate. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Of course not. I can't skip this. Okay, let's go with Yuri! My girl this time! Let's see what you have written today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Vincent, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why.
Did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hand appears sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathless and collects her thoughts. Just look at something changes in the folder of Doki. Oh! Yeah, I don't know why this always opens up on that, which makes it a little bit hard. Oh yeah, the bootstrap time, running init code. Yeah, that's super interesting to you. For some reason, I can't get things to open up on this screen. For some reason, it doesn't memorize where I open stuff. I really would like my PC to open up all the game stuff on one thing and all programs on the others. Well, it did memorize it for OBS, but I think that's just a built-in feature at this point. Collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Just being appreciated, I guess. Would probably sound really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
You're saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. Besides, people would just laugh at me.
You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
Oh, if it's with you? Oh yeah, the raccoon. Now I can skip again? Why do you keep them to yourself?
But because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Vincent?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone is a little
something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. And one of my favorite YouTubers pointed out that a color code would be interesting. For example, purple for Yuri, bright pink for Natsuki, and red for Sayori, and Monica would be green, I guess. Because then you wouldn't slip up so easily. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate it myself. I might be ranting a little bit by now. Okay, there we go, skip. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Vincent.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. Never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. Now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you are to thank for that.
It's nothing really.
Yuri smiled sincerely at me. In just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. I hope this is not all just a big waste of time and I just fucked it up somewhere already. Okay, let's go with Sayori. Yo, Sayori, let's skip. Hop, skip, jump. Natsuki will hate me now?
Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Huh? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you are on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden.
Don't tell me... Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, aren't you? Are you?
What are you talking about?
Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of... this angsty...
Just because she's talented writer doesn't mean... I mean...
Ugh!
Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve. Thought what I did is beyond me.
I'm so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid poem if you want it for someone else. Just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Monica! This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? God, I really like to have some meat in my mouth right now. I mean, donut. I don't know if it tells you something, but I really like to have some donut trade. Oh, Jesus, why am I say weird stuff and why am I embarrassed? I think I made this on purpose just to be embarrassed about it afterwards. Tell me if it was convincing. Tell me in the comments if that was convincing to you. I hope you don't mean it in bad ways. No, of course not. Just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Huh? Completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Lies! All lies! Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know.
But it is kind of wrong if you have a fictional boyfriend. I mean, that's why I don't like all the waifu talking, because having something fictional is just... I mean, you can say that you would be into a certain type of girl or a certain kind of behavior, but being into a fictional character is just being too much into it. If you hang on that character even month after you haven't touched the game last, or if you touch the game just for that one character, it's just weird. At least in my head. Okay, well, I know, I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Oh yeah, the save me thing. And then load me. A lot of YouTubers thought about load me, like getting a load off of her. Like, you know, the very, very nasty, sticky, kinky stuff. Because everyone's minds on YouTube is in the gutter. You know what I mean. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Can skip again. I would walk home with Yuri! Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? It has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. And here we go. I think I finish Yuri in this one, and then I go to the next episode, because I see this episode is already super long already, even though I just want to do something quick. Okay, there we go. And then I get something very big and tasty to eat. Okay, graveyard. The West. The excitement is not the right, okay. Philosophy. Unrestrained. Uncanny. Tenacious. Entropy. Contamination. Agonizing? Okay. I would have thought agonizing would be Sayori. Holiday, summer, where is it? Existence, there we go. Determination. Imagination. Tragedy was her, okay. Fuck. Okay, disaster. Ah, fuck. Raindrops, okay. Judgment. And... ah, shit, okay. But we have most of Yuri, I'm certain of it. It doesn't feel like I'm being watched. I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over the book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? And by the way, the last thing I want is being alone with my thoughts, because if I'm alone with my thoughts, I get deeply depressed like Sayori, to be honest.
Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. Didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. The troubles are only the concern of those who are willingly share in that concern. Of course, there's certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
Ah, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh, that's quite romantic.
Huh?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all.
Oh, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Vincent, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that's what was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. I have the hots for you. ... At least in this playthrough. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gently curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes a person's mystery are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you.
I start to stumble because I know all this. I just read it out of courtesy.
May uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Not nearly as sophisticated as you.
Oh, that's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, we can skip now. Woo! Who should I? Yuri, my girl this time.
Vincent, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my wedding. Never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday.
I remember you mentioning it. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well,
Yuri smiled sadly.
Vincent, during lunchtime I eat by myself. You know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know, those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like I know-it-all. People say that
about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Vincent. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal.
Story of my life.
I don't even know how to make myself happy.
Story of my life.
I don't have all these feelings. I have all these feelings. All I can do with them is read and white.
Well, not story of my life, but story of my most recent life since 6 years ago. Wait, 3 years ago. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you, that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, it's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. It's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Vincent. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortably with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. But I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. Oh, nice line. Oh, I should really write this down. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her hands in her head. This time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Just Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing in the distance of blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the street light. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arms. His arm, time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against its outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you even heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. Flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. That's a weird thing. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. And instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
It's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. Not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Oh, the little smile. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch.
You can, the poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice.
You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime.
Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me.
I guess we should move on before Monica says something. I'm sure we can talk again later.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Okay, Natsuki will hate me now? Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next! Yep, dismissive. And skip. And skip.
Your style's gotten so refined, Vincent.
Wong.
Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well,
I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. But she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day? Reading that edgy novel with her? Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright. I get you. Just be careful, right? Know that Yuri isn't used to be opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she is vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They are just a bandage. Just say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Lady who knows everything, feather, lost adrift. I will help, of course, Yuri, because it's her. Well, probably most helpful, useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Do you be helping Yuri then, Vincent? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I just realized something, but I think I can do that on a later occasion. I have to pick Monica so her dialogue won't get in the way anymore, I think. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Oh, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little bit sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Vincent? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Vincent picked me. And also, the cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kinda surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. You're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. She already had trouble with her words trying to cheer someone up. Must be far out for her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. You know, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Oh, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up the things.
That follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around.
Sorry. Realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend.
Oh, you're right.
I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes.
Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay.
I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
Huh? My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense. If you don't mind,
I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. I really would be interested how her house looks like. Blades everywhere. In case I won't be a problem. I decided to not press Yuri for a reason. Not like it should matter much either way, so I just said make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Vincent. I think that we make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do.
But...
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right?
Huh? I didn't realize.
Telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long time.
I believe you.
As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. Sorry that I'm slowing a lot, but I really want to eat something, but I also want to finish this before I go to the really fun part. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Oh yeah, let's skip. And it's been increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. Okay, I can skip now again. Now the depressing part. I mean, basically, I'm the prime example of what happens if you press... Well, I'm not pressed, I do it on my own volition, but if you would press a YouTuber to do everything, then they would get a little bit annoyed and get slowy as well. Not that I'm really annoyed, I'm only annoyed about that I'm so slow in reading. I would really like to read faster, and I'm hungry, I'm getting really hungry, and when I'm getting hungry, I get a little bit grumpy. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri!
Ah! Thank goodness. You're a little early.
I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for me a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go outside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right.
And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Take Yuri to my room. The first thing it does is glance about curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so
it's very considerate of you to do.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Yeah, my room would be a mess as well, because I just can't keep it clean. And I really want people to visit me more, so I have a reason to clean up. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ah! I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. Oh man, she almost discovered my porn stash. So, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, and aromatherapy candles. Oh wow, didn't know you planned to taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many stop by just out of curiosity, for cupcakes I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. It's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Oh, intense? Guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you actually. Is that so? Makes you feel relieved. Kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. Can relax a little. Relax. I bought some things for the relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happened to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Speaking of food, well, we speak of food, I think, 5 minutes ago, but sometimes I even get food out of a restaurant. So basically, I just go to a restaurant and tell them that I want to take my food home with them, and I have such a very, very tasty Greek restaurant with a very great meat cheese menu, and even the portion looks small, but if you eat it with the pommes and you get a salad along with it, and when you order it there, oh, you get so full from it that you almost can't finish it. It's a good and a bad thing at the same time, but it's absolutely worth the money. But I think this information is useless to you because, I mean, you can't go there because you don't live here. But if you ever plan to come here and visit this remote town, which you don't know the name of and probably never will find out, maybe, then I would gladly take you out there. If you ever... Oh no, don't get any ideas. Don't go full yandere on me and try to find out where I am if I don't open up to you. I mean, I open up a lot in my streams, I know that, but not in a way that you can track me, hopefully. Maybe, probably. Forget what I said. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. I have to take my breath and let out the air. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. The reason why I'm so fast with it, this is the part where I got very heavily spoiled. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive and energy, moments, reflection. I know I could have just stopped letting myself spoil, but I haven't expected me to be so mad about it afterwards. I really expected to me, no. Be clean, be clean of that, just don't bother with it. And now I'm mad, so just don't expect a lot of reactions. You can expect a little bit of witty commenting, because I couldn't convey my own thoughts in the Let's Play of another person's, because the comments page of that person gets flooded, so it will go under anyway. It's not that small and neat like it is on my channel. I'm a very exclusive channel for the just most pristine people so far.
It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes the switch on the button. At just the moment, a thin wave of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top, which sounds like a dick. An atmosphere thing's shaped dick. What? That smells wonderful. Why am I thinking about that? I think I heard it somewhere and it just stuck in my mind. That smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, and for sexy time, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. And Jasmine is my favorite Disney princess. Well, not really, but it's just what came to mind. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warm and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? I have the feeling my microphone gets on fire. It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain, which is very creative. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Uh-huh. Yuri giggles with wet cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's just the excitement she feels for sharing something that she enjoys? Here's a marker, Vincent. You can write any character you want. I'll help you come. That's not what was written there, but for some reason I started to read, I'll help you come. Well, leave a comment if you actually not skipped over that part. And really sticky it for others who are not bothering to watch this, because I won't fault them. I tell them to skip ahead if they don't want to see this again, but only my reaction to the finished thing, or to the things I haven't witnessed. I hope you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright, sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work, draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length, then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. It's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Oh, well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. That reminds me, there was one convention where I actually went with a katana I bought on a fantasy market. And that was before I realized how weeb that must have looked like. But I found it cool. Because I found katanas and stuff like that cool before I actually got very deep into anime. So for me it wasn't weird because I like katanas, I liked samurai, I liked ninjas, I like all of that stuff before I liked anime that much as I do now. So yeah, just some trivia. You promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. Can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Haha! You're laughing at me. I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. I have the feeling I'm getting out of breath and that the air contaminating the air is
just making me a little bit dizzy as I wipe. I think that's the reason. I'm getting dizzy, and because I'm getting dizzy, I start to say weird things. Let me moisten up my moist parts. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? You relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'd check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle fencing. Pardon me. Fencing me! Facing me, I mean. I take it and turn it around in my hands. Feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Vincent! Oh, I'm very excited of what's about to happen now. Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Feel a tongue curl around my finger. But I'm more like Are you weirded out yet? I instantly pull my hand back. When I first read this, when I first got spoiled on this, I just thought, oh Jesus, what? That would have been my reaction to that. Because it was so weird. It was really weird. So I just wanted to give it another spin of my own weirdness. Oh, please forgive me. I was thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? Sorry, I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do. I'm getting excited again. But I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Vincent! Oh, you naughty little boy! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma for the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Vincent. Yuri giggled shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. We're leaving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out, but sigh. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. You mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. Put them on a plate. I don't know what bathroom cups is, and the YouTuber I watched also wondered, what are bathroom cups? I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips the and bring it back into my room. And I think the bathroom cups are something you have in Japan, so maybe, probably. Yuri?
Yes?
Come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Yep, that's where she hides her cuttings, and she just cut herself. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little wet. Is it too hot in here or anything?
Oh, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once or twice I write an inspirational quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write?
Well,
it will be more fun to surprise you. We will never know what the banner says. I'm just putting it out now. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Wait, I just checked no. Painting the banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I don't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah,
it is fun.
I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to.
I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if you and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing is caring. The experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my hand to bump into hers.
Yeah!
So sorry. Yuri wheels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. You hurt?
No, I'm not hurt.
Just startled me, that's all.
Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I get a towel right away. And now I get excited again. I rush out and fetch a small towel and then I dampen it with hot water. With hot dippity dank water. I return to the room and kneel back down in front of her. There we go.
Here.
The CG. Beautiful, beautiful CG. Look at those eyes. You can't tell me you don't get lost at some point at those eyes. Alright, I'm back. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel.
Oh.
Something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
I need a pic of that for the thumbnail. Wait.
Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
Ah. Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. He looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, out through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is this the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist sent a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seemed to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Oh! Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I'm feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. Space out. Peace out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up a brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she is unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the events that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. Finish filling the night sky with white dots that looks like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Oh, not yet. It needs to dry first. It's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Is that okay? It's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything anything more for us to do here. Oh. You say that like you're glad it's over. So I want to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit. Ah, no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I'm too. I was a little concerned about the time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finishing the work. Well, for some sexy time. Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. Probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. Understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out of the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. Guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. Kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know that I'm trying to say so. Very thoughtful, Vincent. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. That's not only a step closer. Kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Huh?
Ah, hi, Vincent.
Sayori! Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Vincent. I just stopped by to say hi.
Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave.
Oh, really? It's too bad.
I'm sorry. We'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course.
Sorry, Beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. So waves goodbye after her. Skipping, you'll always be my dearest friend, because I friend zone you, The banner Yuri and I painted a twine, I gently rolled it up to take... Oh! It wasn't my imagination! Yeah, my photo showing program, for some reason, when I'm not trying to do this, it stutters, and I don't know why. I try to figure out why it is so shitty, this program, because at first glance you could think this is just a GIF effect, but it is not. Actually, it should look like this. And this is after we reject or accept her, is the time where we get this photo that is called Happy Thoughts. Wait, I should actually order it in the in order of... Yeah, why didn't I thought about this? I just have to put it in order of when... Wait, game? Okay, I just have to order it in a manner so that I see when something changed inside the files. So that's a good thing. To take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything and reassured me. Okay. There we go. We did it. All 3 routes are completely finished now. And this is the end of this episode, even though the last episode had not a proper ending. But I won't do it, and I maybe split it up into 2 parts, but it will be 1 episode that goes up in 1 day, just for convenience sake. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time when we go to the really, really interesting bits. Probably, hopefully.